Are you tired of having a boring shooting floor for your standard 2x2 or 2x1, but you don't want to farm a lot or do crazy external TC wide gaps? Well, this may be the video for you, because these freehand wide gap peaks don't require an external TC and they give great visibility. And in this video, I'll show you how to make them. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Rust console video. Now in this one, I'm actually not playing a wipe, I'm doing a build tutorial. Me doing a build tutorial? I don't like to build because I don't like to farm. However, I do like having a nice, decent shooting floor. And with your standard 2x2 or your standard 2x1, the shooting floors are kind of suck unless you do external TCs and do some crazy kind of wide gaps. But external TCs involve more farming, more building. So I found an alternative that I have been liking a lot, and these are freehand foundations here, which create these wide gap peaks in all these four corners. And the best part is that you don't need external TCs. That's the kicker behind this. You don't need any external TCs for these to not decay. And it works with a 2x2, as you can see here, and it also works with a 2x1. A little bit different on the 2x1, but it still works. So I'm gonna assume that you guys know how to build your standard 2x2 here. So we're not gonna go over that. So obviously there's the standard 2x2, and there's your standard 2x1, honeycombed, obviously. You're at your front of your 2x2. We're gonna go to one side of the honeycomb, and you're gonna put a triangle here on the left side. Then you're gonna switch to, okay, that's a square, not a triangle. So a square foundation right there on the left side. Then we're going to want to switch to a triangle, and then another triangle off the right hand side of that. Then you can go ahead and break these two. So you have this triangle here, and then you're gonna put a square. And then you can break this one. So now we have this square basically lined up right in the middle of these two walls of honeycomb. So next, you're gonna go for a low wall, not a half wall, a low wall. We're gonna put one down here. We're gonna put right here in the corners. Now, you're actually gonna have to upgrade this, break it. You'll see why in a second, and then put it back. And now take out your hammer, because this is where the freehand part of the build, and this is kind of tricky, to be honest, and sometimes you won't get it correct, sometimes you will. You kind of have to play around with it. So you're going to want to crouch, go up into this corner, push all the way into this corner, push all the way into this corner. I don't know why this guy's messaging me, don't know who that is. There is a white dot that I'm going to circle on the screen right now, and I'm going to line my white dot right up next to it, as you can see. So it's almost kind of touching it, but the bottom of the white dot and the bottom of my cursor, my white cursor right here, is lined up touching it. To note, I am on 90 FOV right now, so actually, I think I'm on 80. This works on 90. Let's switch it to 90. Alright, you're going to be on 90 FOV just so everything lines up perfectly, because this is a little tough to get perfect. But you see how this left-hand side low wall is blue? Get your cursor. Try to line up the bottom with the bottom of the little speck that I have highlighted. And as soon as that blue goes away, you're going to stand, bring out a triangle form foundation, put two. So you place one right away without moving the joystick at all. And then you place this one right on top of it. Delete that. We're going to go square, triangle, 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 a wall frame, a triangle, a floor. And if we did it correct, boom, yes, we did it correct. See how it's blue? That means if it's blue, these this whole thing is now connected to the TC. It's part of the TC. It will run off the upkeep of the main TC. So that is what we want. So now we're gonna make another triangle here, and then you can go ahead and break these two. You can break all this crap actually, because all we need is this triangle and this triangle. So we're gonna upgrade them. Maybe just go to sheet metal right away if you can. If you can't, just stone them up right away, just so you have these freehand. Because these are. Let me break this. You don't have to break this. I'm just demonstrating. So these foundations, those are the freehand foundations. But it's good to, as soon as you get these ones down and you check that, you put your wall frame here, triangle. Another wall frame, and make sure that's blue. As long as it's blue, let me break that. It's got to be blue. If it's red, you did it wrong. Okay, so if it's red, that means we messed up, which is bad because I'm doing the tutorial and I should be able to know how to do this. It's very difficult to get perfect. So as long as it's blue, you are good to go. So then you can upgrade these. You can upgrade this. I like to keep this here for stability. You can break that if you would like to, but I'm gonna keep it. And boom. You just put another door frame here and another double door frame here. And we'll stone these guys up. Stone that up. And that is one complete piece, as you can see. So we're gonna move to the next side, and it's literally the same exact thing. So it's the square, the triangle, triangle. Break these guys. Break it. Triangle. Break this. So you got that triangle just chilling right here. Or I'm sorry, this is a square. We go half wall, half wall. We're gonna upgrade this. See how it highlights blue? We need that just because it helps us out figure out the center point. You're gonna push into this corner as much as you can. Bring your cursor with the bottom of that white speck. As soon as it turns not blue, you can uncrouch, pull out your building plan, place it. Oops, you don't have to jump. Place a building, place a triangle, another triangle foundation. Break these. We're gonna do square, and off the right, a triangle, off the right again, triangle, off the left, triangle. We do the wall frame, triangle, and another wall frame, and it's blue. Boom, we did it perfect again. So, put another triangle here, another wall frame, wall frame, wall frame, but we can upgrade this triangle, upgrade this triangle, boom, stone up all these guys, stone up that middle one, if I can reach it. There it is. And boom, there's number 2. And then we got our second one, and you just keep doing that around every single side of these walls. So you'll do one over here, obviously go there, do all that stuff, and then you'll come over here, do all that, this, the same stuff on that side. So it's the same, it's the same process on all 4 sides. So now once you have all 4 sides done, as you can see here, boom, 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 and boom, we can start adding some floor triangles. And you're gonna want to connect them like this and this all around. Not like that, kind of defeats the point of the peak. That, boom, 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 boom. And I guess you're gonna want to metal these up because these could be soft-sided. So you're gonna metal those up. And then just put windows all around. Well, not doors. We're going to put windows all around. And we're going to want to metal up the windows too, because these can easily be soft-sided. So we're going to want to metal these guys up. Metal up these floors. Missed one. Boom. So then, it's looking something like this. And then all you really got to do is put a roof on. Now, you can have an option where you can do like a little... You can maybe do a little triangle hatch here if you want to do a little ladder hatch if you want to actually get on your roof. Or we can just make that a... If you don't want to do that, you can make that a triangle floor. But we're going to put triangles here, triangle here, here, triangle here. Triangles all around, basically. Place a square. And once you have your... Basically... Triangle, you just... Basically, whatever is on the bottom, it's going to be on the roof. So, there's going to be a square. Triangle. Triangle there. Whoops. Messed that one up. And that aligns with the bottom. Beautiful. Boom. And you can just stone all this up. And your base is basically complete. So yeah, I don't know if this was the best build tutorial, because this is the only one I've ever done, and the only one I will do, because I don't like building. So the most difficult part of this build is obviously the freehand build, but once you get that down, and once you know exactly where to put those two triangle foundations, it's a pretty simple build, and you can get these up. It's very cheap. And as you can see here, if I make... Let me go outside and let me jump on the roof. So if I was to make this armored, that's the only armored thing in the whole base, right? Go in here, check out the TC. I know it's a weird spot, it's just for the purposes of this. Upkeep 3, high quality. So as you can see, even though it doesn't look like it's connected, it is running off the main TC, which is exactly what we want, and it's all because of this door frame right there. The 2x1 is basically the same. The roof just is a little different. I like to make my jump up in the tip of the honeycomb on one of the front or back, and it's basically just the same exact thing over here. Like I said, these ones right here, you can break this to get a little bit more visibility. And also, if you want the base to be a little bit stronger, because let's face it, this is a pretty easy rocket raid. Instead of doing frames, you can do walls. I mean, you still need to put that this door frame here to connect everything, but you can have walls here. If we stone this up, so now for a little bit more strength, you can make these walls. You still need that wall frame there in the middle to secure it to the base, but you can add walls, and it almost acts as another layer of honeycomb. You could put another triangle here, honeycomb this again, so you have another layer of honeycomb if you really want to go all out. So that kind of acts as another layer of honeycomb, making it a little bit more secure. However, when you do that, you do lose a little bit of visibility from the peaks, obviously. but the peaks still, I mean, you can do that with walls, and I mean, you still get decent peaks here. You just can't see, obviously, through those walls. But doing that almost acts as another layer of honeycomb, because you can't walk through that. You would have to either, well, I guess you could probably soft side these, so you'd actually want to make these metal, but a little bit more protection. Yeah, those are my favorite freehand wide gap peaks in this game. Once you get it down, they're very simple to get up very fast, and they obviously don't cost a lot. And yeah, so that's probably going to be my only build tutorial ever. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, like and subscribe. I hope I made it easy to follow. And yeah, I think that's it.